Hello, my name is Dylan. You may have seen a few of my other videos, or you're just family or friends or checking out my channel. Anyways, today I'm here to talk to you about a new project that I've been working on for a while. And, well, I have to show you what it is to really get the idea. So, let's go check it out. So, as you see behind me, there are tons of Star Wars books. I came up with this idea about probably early December, I'd say. I was talking with some friends about the magic that the original Star Wars Expanded Universe had. Now, you may have heard that Disney recently acquired the license, and they're kind of doing their own thing and taking that old Expanded Universe that was created from the 90s, maybe it was late 80s, and went on into very recently. And they said that no longer is canon. They labeled it all Star Wars Legends, and they say the only actual canon now is the movies and the Clone Wars cartoon and the new Rebels show and anything that they make from now on. That kind of sucked. I grew up in the 90s era of the Expanded Universe and hearing these epic tales of the New Jedi Order and the Dark Empire, and that was my stuff. That was my Star Wars. It was dark. It was gritty. Characters died. It was awesome. And I'm not saying that Disney's doing a bad thing. They are going to do their own thing with it, and it's probably going to be great. I mean, I'm excited to see it. But I'm here today to give you a look at the novels that have created this vast expanding universe and have made it so much better, that's right, I said better, than the movies were. Now, I'm not saying the movies are bad, the originals were amazing. I'm here to look at these books with you guys, and every week I'm going to release a review of one book, some of the comics. I might even do like a once a month recap video, but also I want to do like a once a month editorial thing where I talk about, like, maybe one day I'll talk about like the original trilogy or a certain character or a culture like the Mandalorians, who are one of my favorites. Or I might even do something like a small little guest thing where I'll have one of my friends sit there and talk to me because I have a friend who loves Mandalorian stuff and he would love to get involved with this. The main thing I want to get across is story is key. And there's those people out there that are like, oh, it's Star Wars. I don't want to read Star Wars. I'm gonna read my Jane Austen books and sit by the fire. The only good sci-fi is H.G. Wells and Jules Verne. Ugh. Just because it has labeled Star Wars on it does not discredit its story. There are so many out there that don't even feel like Star Wars stories, and that's good. They can stand on their own. They are strong, and they are just well-written, great characters, and I'm here to share those with you guys. I want to talk about why the Thrawn trilogy is so great, and dissect what makes it great, the characters, the dialogue, and I want to explore them with you guys in preparation for what Disney is doing to change it. Now, in the future, and also kind of during, I plan to take a look at some of the new novels that are in their new canon, and we're going to explore those too and see if they're good, if they're terrible, if they're going in a good direction with it. I'll discuss them with you guys. I want your guys' opinions, and also, as an added bonus, I am a very visual person, and so when I imagine a story, when I'm reading it, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people do this, but when I'm reading a story, I visualize it, and I see the action playing in front of me. I basically assign actors to these characters. And it'll be easy when I get to the movies that actually have all these characters in them that I don't have to hire in my head, but I want to have a moment at the end of the videos where I sit there and discuss who I casted as which characters in my head. And Some of them you may agree with, some of them you may not, and I want to discuss it with you guys, and write in the comments about what you think of this character being played by this actor, and I'll tell you my reasons, and I want to hear your reasons. And really, this is a good way to lure new people in, and to spread what made it so great, which is this epic universe that has infinite stories to tell, infinite possibilities, and that's what makes it so fantastic for someone like me to be a Star Wars fan. I'm going to try and get the first video out to you guys very soon, and it'll be about, actually, let me grab it and show you, Bound Flight by Timothy Zahn. What I'm going to do is I'm starting with the Rise of the Empire era, which is basically where the prequel movies start, onward into the, I think, Legacy era is the latest one. That's going to be my first arcing story content, and then I'm going to jump back to the Old Republic, and I plan on even talking about the KOTOR games and what made those so great. I don't know if I plan on doing Let's Plays or even like reviews where I show footage, because I'm not really handy with that technological crap, but that's extremely far down the road. We're talking like 2 or 3 years, so who knows what'll happen. But yeah, so we're starting with the Rise of the Empire era. You may be saying to yourself, that's not the first book in the Rise of the Empire era, and you know what? It's not, because really I'm not reading all of them. I was going to, but then I thought I don't feel like reading 300 novels where half of them I already know aren't really worth it, and so I'm mainly hitting the points that the stories that I've really wanted to read over the years, or that I hear were really good, and I've wanted to check them out. I used to be a major, super huge Star Wars nerd, and hold on, stay. I used to be a huge freaking Star Wars nerd when I was a kid, and over the years that kind of passed. I knew everything. I didn't read all the books, but I read all the essential guide to characters, to creatures, and all that stuff. It was kind of overwhelming, but it was also very fun, and like, I knew all this cool stuff about characters, and I always wanted to read the books, but my problem was I always wanted to read them in chronological order, from beginning to end. Now that I'm older, I'm not as big of a nerd as I used to be with Star Wars, I'm still a huge nerd, I have decided that I'm not gonna hit every single point. I mean, if there's books out there that I'm missing, and you guys think these are amazing, you really need to read them, then I'll check them out. It'll be after my initial take on everything, but I will go back and read those ones. There's a lot of books that I never have cared to read, and a lot of them take place in that time of the prequel movies, so I'm gonna be skipping a lot of those. I'm sorry. I'm hitting all the new Jedi Order and stuff, everything basically from the original trilogy and beyond, especially beyond. Those are the main points I'm hitting, and I plan to read a lot of that. If there's anything that I'm missing that you guys want me to see, let me know, and I will add it in the future, and I would love to do that. If you're interested in finding out about these and watching my reviews, then subscribe, comment, whatever you gotta do, and I'll keep updating with new videos and stuff, and we will try and create this awesome channel of why Star Wars is so great to our childhoods and whatnot, and it's gonna be a fun journey. I mean, that's really the gist of it, is it's gonna be a fun little thing to do in preparation for the new movie. I've dedicated my entire year of 2015 to reading a Star Wars book a week, and it is going to be a long process. If you want to see my updates on where I'm at in the process, I will put a link to my Goodreads in the description below. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Also, I wanted to mention that I bought all these books at used bookstores and off Amazon, so it's not like I just got these over time, which I could have when I was younger because I used to have a lot, but I sold those all, so I had to re-buy every single one, and I did that all within a month.